Hello, my name is Ozair, and just give me a moment. I'm going to make sure everything is working fine and we shall get started. Okay, everything seems to be working just fine. Okay, brilliant. 5 o'clock in the UK. Good afternoon and welcome to today's YouTube live stream. My name is Ozair, and if you are coming back to this session, then welcome back, and if you are new, then a very warm welcome to you. And these sessions are very informal. You can ask any questions as you go along. I'll try my best to answer them for you. There's a comment box on the right hand side of the video, and you can put in any comment or questions you may have, and I'll try and come back to them towards the end of the session. These sessions are held every weekday and normally go between 20 to 30 minutes long, and depending on how many people turn up and how many questions get asked. So I try to cover every question which has been put up. So if you have any, then please start putting them in, and I'll come back to answer them at the end. In today's session, I'm going to cover Google Ads responsive search ads, how to make them, what they are, why you should use them, and how it can make your CTR, your conversion rate, your cost per click, and your cost per acquisition go in the right direction. So we have covered lots of various ads in the past. What I'll do is I'm going to go into the interface. Now, those of you who have been in these sessions before, you know that I don't normally tend to write ads directly in the interface. I tend to use a Google Sheet or an Excel spreadsheet, whichever one you're happy with, and write your ads in there. But for the responsive search ads, I come in here, and it is for a reason why. So what I'm going to do is we go into our Google Ads campaign setup, go into your ad group, and then you have the choice of either adding a text ad or a responsive search ad. Now, the reason why you see 3 boxes, you can add more as well if you like, but the Google best practices for each campaign or ad group is 2 responsive, beg your pardon, expanded text ads and 1 responsive search ad. So this is why they are showing you 2 over here and 1 there. So we don't want to go in there. We can certainly go in there, and if you want to know what this is all about, you can hover the mouse over the little question mark bubble, and the pop-up will come up, and then you can read, but it's just basic stuff about that ad. Click on the responsive search ad. Hi Rory. Okay, I'm gonna come on to that question in a bit. Okay, where we are. All right, so the first thing you will see is the final URL. So I'm gonna put my URL. What was the HTML? So this is for one of our website pages for web design. And the reason why I'm going to make a proper ad and not just put in test or dummy text in these ads, because we want to see the ad strength, and this is what this interface will show you over here on the right hand side and over there, because right now it shows you as incomplete, which it is because we haven't quite started yet, and we'll start adding more headlines and keywords and descriptions and so on. Okay. Then you can put in your part 1 and part 2 design, and then you can put in, now our town is quite long. I don't think it will okay, so I can put in web design, like something like that. Then what you want to do is to add a handful of headlines and a handful of descriptions. And what Google will do is going to use various headlines, combination and description to try and make that perfect ad. So what they are going to do is to do all the split testing for us. So we don't need to make more multiple ads. All we do is just throw in the bunch of headlines here, some descriptions, and sometimes Google is going to take headline 1, headline 4 with description 1, headline 5, headline 7, description 2, and so on. So it's going to test different variations of your messages and see which one resonates the most with your audience. So let's start with you need website works. I can put in a question mark. Now when you type in or you hover the mouse, you will find a little pin. So you can pin that headline if you want to show that headline always as the headline one. So you'll see over here, pinning one headline or description causes it to show only in that specific position, preventing others from showing in its place. So if it was your brand name or something like that, in fact, you know what I should do? I'll put my brand name over here. Web design. Okay, it won't. So I might just put in something. So that fits in. Sometimes it's not ideal, but at least it's going to do. What you can also do then is, as you start typing in, it's going to open up a drop down and give me some ideas as to what I ought to put in. Call. I don't want the call phone number in here because Google quite often disapproves the ads when you put in phone numbers in your headlines. So I'm not sure why this is prompting me to put it in, but something like this, start a conversation, I don't like that headline at all. If you are stuck for ideas, you can go in here and see what they are offering. So affordable website design is good. So that could go in the description as well, but I quite like the affordable bit, which is affordable website design. Then what I can also do is put in some reviews, social proof over here, not reviews. So let's say if I've got a fair amount of reviews on my Google My Business page or something like that, GMB 5-star reviews. We want to give Google lots of different headlines, custom web design. If you're stuck for ideas, then all you do is go to Google, open up a new tab, search for that keyword, web design, your city or town, and see what your competitors are up to. And don't copy it, but do something different. But you can start getting some ideas. Price is a good qualifier. So if I want to put in, say, let's say I'm just throwing in a number. So please don't come to me and say, can I have a £499 website? Because I'm going to say no. custom web design. That fits in there. Okay, if you guys have any ideas, then throw it in the comment box and we can start putting them in here. Now, as you can see, as I'm starting to write the headlines, this is starting to populate. So make your headlines more unique. So I've got a green tick mark, so that's quite good. It's telling me to add more headlines and include popular keywords in your headlines and make your descriptions. We haven't started them yet. So I can put something like custom WordPress web design. That fits in nicely. And quite often you will find that no matter what you write in here, it's gonna either stay at poor or on average. So we want to be on an excellent over here rather than a poor or an average, but only Google knows how they work this out, because as they're saying, include popular keywords in your headlines, but my keyword is web design and I'm putting in web design, websites in pretty much every other headline, so still it is telling me to put in more popular keywords. So this drives me crazy actually. Okay, we can put in amazing e-commerce web design. That looks okay. I can put in my town web design, Leighton Buzzard. Yeah, I've already put that in. I put in my studio name as well. So it's telling me that I've got enough headlines now. I don't need to put in anymore. So that's all good. Let's move on to the descriptions. Where I had written a few of them before, so I can just copy it from here. So web design, Leighton Buzzard. No, that's not right. Let me copy and paste to save some time. Okay, so now yeah, I've got 3 tick marks on there, but still it's showing as poor. But as I add more description, that is going to change, hopefully. So we're just going to, I'll put this in first, then I'm going to go through with it as to what I've done. Okay, let's save this. Sometimes saving it and going back into it, it gives us a different. Okay, still is giving poor, so I'm not sure why it is. It's not poor, it's a bloody good ad, Google. So if somebody at Google is looking at my ad, please can you have a look at it and make my ad strength get a bit better, because I put in my brand name, what the service is, social proof, pricing, pretty much everything really, and this drives me nuts, literally. So there's 3 things you can do. First thing is you swear at your computer screen, which I won't do. Second one is you smash up your computer screen. I'm not gonna smash up my new iMac. And the third thing, which is the most sensible thing to do, is to walk away and come back the next day, which I quite often do. And by that time, I think Google also susses it out that yes, it is a bloody good ad. We are going to give it a better ad strength. So I've got really good descriptions as well. We design fast loading websites on WordPress, Shopify, Magento, and more. Get started now. So I've got the call to action. Let's put the call to action here. Get started now. Let's see what happens. No, doesn't like it. Okay. What else can I put in? Want more leads? Let's say want more leads from your website. Need. No, that won't fit in either. Want more leads. Want more website. Still not budging. This thing is stuck. Okay. And this is why I said to you, why am I coming in here? Because if I write all this in a Google spreadsheet and come in here, then I'm going to go more mad at this screen and at Google. So I will then let this run, and then hopefully when the CTRs and the clicks start to come through, this is going to readjust and realign, because it certainly isn't a poor ad by any means, even if I say so myself. This is what I don't get. Include popular keywords in your headlines. Okay, do that. I'm gonna do everything you say, Google. I have put in SF Digital. I have put in website. Aha! See, if you don't listen to Google, it it won't do the trick. So you've got to listen to it, but still it's average. So all I had to do is to include more headlines, even though, well, it's really rubbish. You know, I'm using 10 characters out of 30, which I never do. You want to utilize each and every character count. So I'm not going to jinx this ad now. And why fix it if it ain't broke? So it looks okay for now, although it still is average. But then I've got over here nice descriptions, free website, mockup design, like it or leave it, offer, no obligation, get started. So you can put in whatever offer you may have. Want your website to work as hard as you do, and so on. So after 4, you don't get the plus sign, so you can't add more headlines. Now I've used up all the headlines as well. How many is it? 15, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I thought it was 10 before. Well, they probably made it bigger now. So 15 headlines, and so you want to get as many green ticks over here and try and get that ad strength as powerful as you possibly can. You can also get ideas from here, underneath here, as to what your business offers, whether you are available online, delivery, benefits, brand, and all that. So that's interesting, because what they're saying is put your website address as a .com, or again, that doesn't make sense to me really. But as long as it improves my ad strength, I really don't care. And if it improves my CTR and conversions, and then all you do is save it. And what's it saying? Okay, it's giving me HTTPS, and well, I've done that, and it is going to save. Now you see, It told me to put the phone number in the ad, so that is a bit stupid. Google, you need to sort yourself out. You're not on your best form today. But anyway, I'm not going to, this is just a test ad. We're not going to go live with this, but you get the gist. And this is why you want to come here and get the ad strength as powerful as possible and save it, and then you're good to go. So as you say, I've got the policy violation of putting the phone number in the headline. Okay, I'm gonna go to the comment, and if you guys have any more further comments, then please put it in. It's a bit quiet over here today. I'm the one doing all the talking. Okay, hi Rory. Quick question regarding impression share. A lot of my ad groups have a high SIS, search impression share, and high top impression share, but a low absolute top impression share. Is this solely due to someone outbidding me? Well, the absolute top is what I believe is the number one, because there's no average average positions in Google anymore. Absolute top position is right number one. If you want to bid for that, then you will need to bid up a lot more. Search impression share would be on the page, not in the top. So it could be at the bottom 4 ads. The top impression share is in the top 4, and the absolute top impression share is right at the top. That means your bids are not high enough, and yeah, you're right, you are getting outbid and outranked. So try and increasing the bids, and you'll start to see that your top impression share is increasing, or you're not losing out as much as you were before. Okay, so if there aren't any further questions, we'll wrap it up, and we'll start again tomorrow. So thank you very much for being here today. And also, if you're watching this as a replay on YouTube, and if you do have any questions, just put them in the comment box below, and I do reply to them fairly regularly. So that's it for today, and I'll catch up with you guys hopefully, well, tomorrow at 5 o'clock. Till then, stay safe and goodbye.